All right, first and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise unto my power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom to all you sincere-hearted true believers. Right, with today's lesson, I just want to, just a quick topic, keeping things simple, right? So, of course, it's in reference to the ministry, right? You want to keep things as simple as possible, right? And understanding that, in this ministry is about enduring unto the end, right? But the Apostle Paul, he likens this ministry unto a race, I believe that's in 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter. But basically, he likens this ministry unto a race. And, often with a race, you have different types of races, right? You have a sprint, which is just all gas, no brakes from the start all the way into the end. And then you have a marathon, which more so like the truth. I would liken the truth unto like a marathon, right? Meaning you have a start, you pace yourself, right? And then at a particular point, right, you're supposed to know with the wisdom that you have as a racer, right, or as a participant in that race, when to speed up, you see? So that way you could be first to the finish line, right? Or so that way you could receive that prize or that reward. Ultimately, the best way to do that is to really keep things simple, do what you're supposed to do, right? Because like it says in Sirach 7:1, let me just go ahead and grab it real quick, right? Sirach 7:1, do no evil and so shall no harm come unto thee, right? So that's the point. It's a very simple concept to understand. Just do what you're supposed to do. Stay out the way. Be obedient children to the Heavenly Father, right? While Yahweh Shai, and you good, man. You see? But oftentimes, a lot of times, what guys do, they don't keep it simple, man. They go, try to go, too crazy with things. You know what I mean? Essentially, like, and that's just not the case, man. Like you want to keep it as simple as possible, right? Just do the work, right? When you start trying to do all this other stuff, that's when it leads to going off. You got guys under, trying to preach the word under bridges, under gazebos, and then that's when it starts to lead into guys coming out with crazy different doctrines, other than what they've already been taught, that's been laid out for us, right? That's when brothers start, going and dabbling into these different books and whatnot. Now, of course, that's the Heavenly Father that let them off there. But ultimately, it's probably because, it wasn't doing right no way, right? Because ultimately, that's a judgment unto you when you get led into these other doctrines or led into some stuff that just ain't going to result in no profit and you in this ministry, you see? So the best thing to do is right here, Lamentations chapter 3, verse 24. I'm going to read on down. The point is at 26, but I'm going to read on. It says, Hadawan is my portion, saith my soul. Therefore will I hope in him. How do you hope in the Heavenly Father? By doing what he tells you to do and hoping that in return, by you doing what you're supposed to do and being obedient unto him, you're going to receive the prize and the reward, the promises that he promised to those who diligently seek after him, right? Who stay faithful unto him. That's our hope. That should be your hope. When somebody asks you, what's your hope in this ministry? At the fact that I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, right? As fervently and as diligently as possible, as accurately and as obediently possible to my power. And in return, I know he gonna bless me with salvation, man. I don't want Rock Desire to be of the 144,000 elect. That's the spirit that we got to be in, right? Because it says he that ploweth, meaning we working, right? It says we labor that we enter into rest, right? Meaning we have to put forth some effort, right? We got to work for it. You see what I'm saying? So, and then we can have that eternal rest. So while we're laboring, we're hoping, right? Plowing in hope, right? And plowing that we're going to receive the promise that the Heavenly Father, promised that he was going to give to those who endure to the end, right? That's our hope, right? Verse 25, it says, Ha'adawan is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him, all right? We seeking the Heavenly Father day in and day out. We want out of this society, man. We want out of this kingdom and we want everlasting rest and rulership under Yahweh Shai, right? That's what the sincere hearted is going to want, right? That's what you should want. Right, ultimately that's the Heavenly Father being good unto the elect. That ultimately, at the end of that faith, right, when it comes time to reap the reward, you're gonna get those promises, man. That's the Heavenly Father being good unto us. And then at the same time, throughout this journey, the Heavenly Father still blesses us, man. Right, verse 26: it is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for salvation, the salvation of Ha'adawan. That's the point, man. Right, keeping things simple. Right, it says hope, right, and what are we doing? We plowing in hope, right? So we working, At the same time, we laboring. We doing what we supposed to do, right? This is the mission because and it may seem so simple, but honestly, some of the simplest topics be the ones that people overlook, man. Right? Just stay on course. You know, sometimes people try to come at you, yo, read the book of Enoch. Nah, man, I don't. Listen, I'm good, bro. You come in with all these different doctrines, these crazy, things. I'm gonna just rock over here. I'm gonna do the work, right? I'm gonna do my little videos, read my scriptures, right? And I don't want to rather the Heavenly Father has mercy upon me and my household, as well as you sincere-hearted true believers that's doing what you're supposed to do, and we get salvation. Rock out, right? People want to do too much, right? It says it is good that a man should hope and quietly wait for the salvation of Hadawan, man. Right? Quietly wait, just chill, fall back, right? Fall back, man, right? And just do it, and just turn up at the same time, right? Like we said, like I just said, man, it's a marathon. You see what I'm saying? And right now, being in that marathon, we see that we at that last lap, and we right at the end. What they started doing in the marathon, they turn up, right? So that's why you see brothers going out nonstop. This is why you see brothers, doing these videos, turning up in the spirit, buckling down, right? Why? Because we at the home stretch. That's what you got to do, right? Now, ultimately, a lot of times also you got to understand that, there are going to be things that try to come your way to try to take you off that path of just keeping things simple, because that's what we should desire. But of course, Satan, he has a different agenda, which is to try to throw us off that path of simplicity in Yahweh Shai, right? Sirach 2 and verse 1, my son, if thou come to serve Ha'adawan, prepare thy soul for temptation. So temptation is enticement to sin. Temptation is enticement to go off. It take you off on what? That path that you set forth on, that the Heavenly Father has set you on, right? To try to keep things as simple as possible, be obedient, rock out, and just do what you're supposed to do. Hey, listen, Satan gonna try to get you, man. Right? And we understand that. That's why the scriptures is telling us to prepare our soul for temptation. We got to be, and while we rocking out, we got to be vigilant too. It says, what does this say? Dude, shoot, what was it about the grab? Yeah, why am I even Googling it? I got it right here. 1 Peter 5 and 8. All right, let me go ahead and grab it. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, what is your adversary, man? Meaning he's opposed to you, right? Right now he's adverse to us, right? Because we're trying to obtain salvation and he's trying to take us off that path. So you have to be sober, which is meaning clear of mind, being in peace. You see what I'm saying? Being able to think clearly, not being all, drugged up and, overcharged with the sophiety of this world. Meaning you just overcharged with everything, with life in general, man. Right? No, just keep it simple, man. Do some things that actually, it's nothing wrong with, doing good unto yourself, like it says in the book of Sirach. Brothers want to go ahead and, go to the movies or, go grab some drinks. What I'm saying? Might want to take a lady out or whatnot, take your kids out. Sisters might want to go and get their nails done or, go get their hair done, enjoy a night on, afternoon stroll, on the town and whatnot. Hey, that's fine, man. Take the kids to the park. It ain't nothing wrong with those things, right? And that's just doing good, and that's just like life maintenance. But the other stuff, man, it's just like, hey, man, guys just want to do too much, man. With all these different doctrines and whatnot. But the scriptures talk about, right, that ultimately that stuff was gonna come anyway, right? The different doctrines of devils, right, deceiving those in our latter time. But you want to make sure that you're not one of those that's caught up into those different things, man, right? And you got a whole community within Israel right now that's really into nothing but really folly for real. You got a lot of wrestling matches and bullshit like that. People getting caught up in, selling the word and just a lot of deceitful stuff, man. Where if everybody just had that chill spirit where it's just like, man, I'm just trying to rock out to the kingdom. Everybody want to be that guy, right? That bull in Israel, top guy. A lot of people get into this truth and this ministry just to be famous, man, right? Everybody want to be the number one rapper in Israel, to have clout, get all the women. Man, listen, all that shit is vanity. It's really vanity here, man, right? And a part of that, a lot of those things can be used as snares to try to get you, right? 1 Peter 5:8, this is why we have to be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, right? That's the point, man, right? We have to be sober and we have to always be watching, because Satan may be using something that you think may be good for you, right? That's really trying to get at you, man, to take you off course. You see what I'm saying? So this is why you always got to be watching and analyzing different things, man, because Satan, he's not limited just to a couple tricks, man. He can come in many different ways, right? Now, he may attack your finances. He may attack, the people around you, to turn up on you. But it's a lot of different ways that can actually manifest, you see, right? There's a lot of different scenarios. So this is why you got to constantly be vigilant. Stay in the scriptures, right? Have a routine, right? Like me, myself, I got a routine. I wake up, go to work, you know what I'm saying? Come home, right? I got an hour before, like that midway point where I could, I knock out a video, then head straight to the altar, head straight to the altar. After the altar, me and the bro, we hit the gym. After the gym, come home, read a couple of scriptures. If I ain't read them earlier that day on my lunch break or something like that or whatever, go to sleep and do the same thing again. Hey, that's the simplicity of it. So I'm not telling you nothing that I'm not doing myself. Very, very simple. You see what I'm saying? And then, I also enjoy myself too. On the weekends, I might go out with the bro, go out with my, whatever. But that's the point, man. Ultimately, Salakia, it's beauty in the simplicity of Yahweh Shai. As long as you do what he's telling you to do, you're gonna be tawad, man. Right? Just avoid the extra stuff. So it says, verse 9, it says, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplishing your brethren that are in the world. Right? But that's the point, man. So the things that you're going through, the different temptations that you're attempt with, other people are attempt with it too, and they overcome it, right? Let me go ahead and grab this. It says 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1, thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. And the thing, so the point is, right, to be strong, right? And I believe I looked that up. Right, yeah, strong. Right, so let's look at the definition. It says have power to move. Yeah, that's not it. Verse 2, it says able to withstand great force or pressure, right? Well built, indestructible, right? Impenetrable, right? So you resilient, enduring, right? That's the point. We got to be enduring in this ministry, because this ministry is about being resilient, right? You're going to constantly be tried. You're going to constantly be tested, right? You're going to have to endure, right? You're going to have to be resistant, long lasting, right? That's strength, you see? And this ain't talking about that physical strength. We talking about that good stuff, the stuff that's inside of you, right? That not everybody got well made, right? You see what I'm saying? So the point is, if you strong, you're gonna be well made. And who's well made? The elect, right? And we got to put on as the elect, man. So we got to put in that. We got to put on that strength, right? That spiritual strength, because that's what really counts, man. This battle that we in, it's a spiritual battle, not a physical one, right? It's a spiritual one, right? So we got to continue to be as resilient and enduring and long lasting as possible, man, right? And weak is the opposite of that. So you don't want to be weak. What's that? You're not able to endure shit, right? You're not resilient, right? You're not long lasting. You're not tough. You're not sturdy, right? You're not impenetrable. You're actually penetrable, right? So you can be penetrated, meaning your mind. Just you open to any and everything, man. Anything that comes to you, you just folding like like the elder brother y'all would call, like to say, like a cheap lawn chair, man. You see what I'm saying? So that's the point, man. And it's truth. Like it's a lot that you can talk about when you say keep it simple, right? There's a lot, right? Because ultimately, man, this thing of ours, right, that we in, this truth, this ministry, right, this thing of Yahweh Shai that we're in, that we've been called into, right? Ultimately, we have to be, we got to be strong, man. We got to keep it simple, not do too much, because if anything, when you start doing too much, and that can mean a lot of different things, and that's, I gave several examples, but when you're doing too much, you feel what I'm saying? You just know. So really just keep it simple, man. This thing that we involved in, this truth, this ministry, is about enduring unto the end. Like it says in Matthew the 24th chapter, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. And we looking for salvation, man. So these different things, these different distractions that come upon us, that come, in our lives, it's really just to test us, man. So we gotta stay focused, stay on course, and stay on the path, man, because we right here. We are right here, y'all. You see? So, I don't want to desire, I'm praying for you, sincere-hearted, true believers, man. I pray, as well as myself, that, we just continue to endure unto the end, right? And that's the goal, man, right? That's what we on. That's what I'm on, man. Enduring unto the end. I want to make it until the end, man, right? We don't work so hard. So we got to push through. So we here, right? I don't want to desire you, sincere-hearted, true believers were edified with this message, exhorted and comforted. And I want to give all glory, honor, and praise unto my power, Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom, Akim, Shalom, Akwath.